Good evening, everybody. Welcome to WrestleScope Live number 127. I am John. Thank you very much for tuning in this evening. And for the first time in a long time, we are live on TikTok. Yes, I opted to go with TikTok tonight because I haven't done a live on TikTok in a while. So we are live on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook Live, and TikTok tonight. As always, please, folks, give a like to the video, subscribe to the channel or the account if you have not done so already, and if there's a notification button, please crush that so you can know every time we are going to be live. We've got Blake in the house already. We've got Louie already here. We're going to let some people jump in. Sorry, I'm getting messages from my wife right now. All right, so Blake is asking the question, wait, what is going on? This is not going to be the normal Wednesday night talking about Dynamite. Dynamite was a good show. I enjoyed both championship matches. Was excited to see what happened. Louis, you can never see Blake's messages on YouTube. Let me check something here real quick. Let's do this. Let's click out of that. Hang tight. I might end up getting a little bit of feedback here for a moment. I can see Blake's messages. So I'm not sure what I don't know what's going on there, Louis. Not quite sure. Lucas, good to see you. All right, let's talk about this real quick. No, I believe this is the perfect progression for Wardlow. It is not time for him to be put into the main event scene yet. Give him time as a dominant TNT champion. Let him have a run with it. Let him knock off some really talented people. And then we'll see what ends up happening. Tech Packers really likes Sasha Banks. Kate Meister, Michael, how's it going? All right. So again, and I enjoyed Dynamite tonight. Thought it was really good. The main event, it was great to see Brody King in the spot that he was in tonight. Really happy about that. This is a guy that has worked his ass off. And to see him get a shot, even though it's the interim AEW championship, he was in the main event against a champion. And he looked fantastic. I mean, there were multiple times in that match that he looked like he actually could win. It was really great to see. I overall just really liked the show tonight. It wasn't the greatest AEW by any means, or Dynamite, but again, it was 2 hours that were good. There wasn't anything really bad on the show. It may not have been my favorite one, but it was still entertaining. You know, it was an easy to watch 2 hours. There wasn't anything really heavily stupid. I mean, it moved forward a lot of different things, which was good to see. My question is, where the heck is Britt Baker? Where is the DMD? All right, let me get into a couple of comments here. Yeah, I had originally thought it wasn't going to happen, but I had forgotten that Wardlow had actually challenged Scorpio Sky once before, and MJF screwed him over. So this was actually the second go around. I had forgotten about that. Yes, Brody King is an absolute beast. I loved the segment that they had with the Dark Order and -1 and QT Marshall. That was a great segment. Since Brody Lee was from Rochester, New York, and the fact that they had the 6 out there from the Dark Order, and Evil Uno said, "We're not going anywhere," because that's been the big question that a lot of people have been asking since Stu Grayson and Alan Angels were gone. What was going to happen with, Alex Reynolds, Evil Uno, John Silver, 10, all those guys. But okay, so Blake and Louie, I don't know what is going on your. There's got to be a setting wrong or something. I'm not quite sure because I can see everything. Hopefully, Eric, are you able to see Louie and Blake's comments? Lucas, are you able to see them? Because we'll get this figured out. Yes, Claudio and Hager next Wednesday is going to be great. I can't believe it's Firefest next week. I mean, good grief, we just had we just had Blood and Guts, and now we get Fighter Fest. I mean, it means it's going to be a big show. Yeah, Cade. Nobody knows what the 8, 10, 11 means. I was watching Sean Ross Sapp today from Fightful, and he didn't even have a clue. He had no clue what was going on. So, all right. I don't know. It's leading up to somebody. I mean, it's, if you go by the alphabet, it's the initials HJK. I don't know. It could be somebody new debuting. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. Michael, which post? On what page? Which post and which page? All right. So the main thing I wanted to talk about tonight was, again, the hatred in wrestling social media. And Blake asked the question, okay, what happened now? And it comes down to Shotzi Blackheart, who had a difficult showing on Saturday night at Money in the Bank. There was a few things that did not go right for her in the match, and people were calling her out for botches, and people have just been super negative towards her on social media, and especially on Twitter. And it's gotten to the point, I'm sick and tired of this. That, okay, I will openly admit that you know that I am critical of certain wrestlers, that, I may not like them, or, okay, I will admit there was a point in time where I said, okay, Nia Jax needs to go back to the Performance Center to work on some things before she hurts someone. Okay. But it was never hate-filled. I may not like a character, but that doesn't mean I hate the person. But there are people out there that are just absolute, I don't even want to say trolls. They're just disgusting people. And this is what Shotzi, first of all, yes, you are right, Blake. She did delete her Twitter. And this is what she posted on her Instagram. in response to a lot of what was going on. This is the actual in her story. I appreciate everyone checking on me, but I swear I'm fine. I've been going through the toughest year of my personal life, so it's deeper than nasty comments. But also, Twitter has not helped with my already fragile mind state. Just trying to stay motivated and positive. I'm focused on my goals and not what's on the internet. If I'm right, her father passed away not that long ago. I believe that's what ended up happening. So it's been a difficult time for her. And then you get morons out there that are just, just being absolutely awful with their comments. Absolutely terrible. And now I admit, again, I've come on this channel. I've gone on Twitter and I've been critical of certain things, but I will never take direct shots at anyone. I will not, tag a wrestler and say negative things towards them. The way I look at it, if I wouldn't say something to a person to their face, why on earth would I type it? Now, there's a couple of people that if I got a chance to go face to face with them, I'd tell them certain things. Jim Cornette, Vince Russo, I'd be more than happy to tell them that their opinions suck. Okay? But that's an opinion. That's not me telling them that they are, they're not worth the air that they're breathing or, anything like that. I'm just going to leave that there. And I'm sorry, TikTok, you can't see it. But Eric, exactly. You'd love to see the keyboard warriors do what she does in front of a large crowd and cameras. So I went ahead, and I can't take credit for this. I forget who it was from Wrestle Talk that was on today with the news that was talking about this. It was Ollie Davis. It was Ollie Davis. And he said that we need to reach out to our favorite wrestlers and, just give them encouragement. And that's what I did with Shotzi. And I basically said the same thing that, I'm sick and tired of people doing this kind of thing. Everybody that's showing hate towards you has never even attempted to do what you do and has no clue what you have to go through. Continue to work hard, just being positive. And that's what we need to do. Are we ever going to get rid of, the keyboard warriors out there that, think that they can just say what they want and do what they want? No, we're never going to get rid of them. And it's a shame because, I wish I could remember. I know somebody in the chat will remember the name of the young Japanese female wrestler from a couple of years ago that was dealing with some depression and got attacked on social media by some people, and she ended her life. Boy, somebody was just talking about her today, and I should remember her name, and I apologize that I don't. But her name popped up again. Like, okay, we don't need another situation like this. That's why immediately, as soon as Shotzi Blackheart deleted her Twitter, people were starting to check in on her like, hey, are you okay? Because that's the first thing we immediately go to, and we get concerned about it. It's okay to... yes. Hana Kimura. Thank you, Louie. I knew somebody would be able to come through. I apologize that I couldn't remember her name. It's okay to disagree with people online. We do it in here. We disagree all the time. but we are respectful about it. And that's the way to do it. And it's perfectly okay to have an opinion about somebody that maybe you don't like that person or you don't like that wrestler. I've said it multiple times in here. I am not a fan of Charlotte Flair. But I know that Charlotte Flair is an on television character. I am not talking about Ashley Fleer, the woman. I am talking about Charlotte Flair, the character. I'm trying to think of anybody else that I've been, again, Nia Jax, the character, not Leah Fanene, the woman. There is a difference. But when you go to attack people, even though your favorite wrestler may portray themselves as, as strong, as badass, whatever, guess what? They're human just like the rest of us. And they have feelings. And you don't know what kind of things that person is going through. It's not relayed on television what they're going through. And the struggles, the difficulties they're dealing with. I'm so sick and tired of all this negativity. And it's not just in wrestling social media. It's quite honestly, what has gone wrong with the world was the advent of social media. Now I love social media. I love it. The way that we are able to connect with people, the way that we are able to do things, but it's also brought out the absolute dark side of people. And our society has really been affected by social media. Quite honestly. I mean, I have literally had to take multiple different breaks from different aspects of social media over the last couple of years because it just, it would bring me down. It would, there were times where I felt like I was turning into a person that I didn't want to be because of what was going on social media. There are many times where, Twitter, I just don't want to go on it. Recently it's been tough. I'm going to use an example, and I don't want to go political here, but I'm just going to use the example. When the United States Supreme Court voted the way they did a couple of weeks ago, I hated being on social media because all it was hate speech. Now, I don't want to talk about which side anybody is on. I'm not going to talk about which side I am on. That's not where we're going here. But it has been so hate-filled. The election cycle of 2020, another perfect example. So much hate. Gun violence, again, so much hate right now. I'm tired of it. I really am sick and tired of it. And like I said, there's literally a part of me that wants to stop going on social media. But it's difficult to do. And one person walking away isn't going to change anything. Blake, this is, okay, you're not a fan of her, but you're never going to say anything bad about her. It's okay to maybe be critical of the way her character acts on television. But if she makes a mistake in the ring, who are we to sit here and judge professional wrestlers? I have never been a professional wrestler. Okay, Louis is the exception. He is training right now. Okay. So he is the exception to the rule in this stream. Okay. But none of us have ever been professional wrestlers. So where do we get the right to sit there and be critical when somebody makes a mistake in the ring? It happens. Nobody is perfect. Every single wrestler, no matter how good they are, how bad they are, how long they've been doing it, male, female, doesn't matter, has made a mistake in the ring more than once. It happens on a regular basis. And especially now with the way wrestling is, how much more difficult it's getting for the performers, mistakes are going to happen even more. But think of it this way. We're talking about a woman that was in a Money in the Bank ladder match with 6 other women, a high-profile match with all these ladders. Mistakes are bound to happen. Take a look at Blood and Guts last week. You look at the 10 guys that were in that match, the amount of time that those men have spent in the ring. You know, even the youngest one in that group, Sammy Guevara, look at the experience all those guys have. And there were still mistakes that happen because it's going to happen. We have no right, absolutely no right to be calling out people in a negative way, like people have been attacking. And it's not just Shotzi Blackheart. It's plenty of others. And it seems like it really is more of the women that are getting attacked. Blake, I'm not 100% sure because I wasn't in the studio watching that match, so I didn't catch all of what happened. I'd have to go back and watch again. I mean, again, you're dealing with, with metal ladders out there. It's very easy for something to happen. You catch something the wrong way. Think about I don't know how many of you remember the incident with Joey Mercury back in, oh my goodness, what was it, 2011, 2012? I forget what it was. It was when he was still wrestling with Johnny Nitro, and they were in a match, and there was a ladder, and he took an absolutely horrific shot with a ladder. That was an accident that destroyed his nose. I mean, it was horrible. I wouldn't recommend, honestly, I wouldn't recommend, searching it out. I remember watching that live, and man, it was just bad. Sid Vicious back in 97? What was it, 97? 97 or 98, coming off the top rope, which he never should have did, against, I believe it was Rick Steiner or Scott Steiner, and completely destroyed one of his legs. I mean, it just snapped in half in the ring. Absolutely horrid. Mistakes happen in the ring. Nobody is perfect. So we just need to stop. We as wrestling fans, that's right, Eric, that's right. He was on the second rope. That's right. He was on the second rope. Yeah, that was, and the fact that it's still shown some places is just crazy. We can send, like Ollie Davis from Wrestle Talk said today, send a positive note to your favorite wrestler give them encouragement. Let them know, hey, I'm a fan. I like what you do. You know, screw the people that are haters. You know, there are more people out here that appreciate you than, you know, the handful of trolls that are going to act like complete jackasses. Okay. Oh, wait, Michael, hold on. I got to go back here. Let's see. Oh, the Patreon post about Money in the Bank, about that one. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping to actually I was going to start writing something today and I got busy at work, so I didn't get a chance to. Um yeah, exactly. Steve Austin, Owen Hart. Um think about Droz, Darren Drozdoff, and the match he had with D'Lo Brown, and just absolutely horrible mistake. Nobody's fault. Just, you know, things happen, you know. Wow, that was all the way back in 2006. Man, gee. Um, yes, Undertaker Goldberg Super Showdown, where Undertaker was concussed early on in the match. A lot of things, a lot of examples. Okay. Um, yeah, I'd say what we need to do as wrestling fans is if we start seeing stuff online of people attacking wrestlers, we need to come to their defense. We need to do what we can to support them. And not just wrestlers, but I mean people in general. DeRich, no, Ruby was not injured. That was actually, according to Fightful Select, that was actually taped last week. That segment was actually pre-taped. Because okay, interesting. Let's see. Here's what they said. This week's Dynamite featured the Jericho Appreciation Society attacking Ruby Soho, but it was actually a pre-tape. Fightful was told that the segment was actually filmed last week and perhaps even non-sequentially with blood and guts. Jericho was not at this week's AEW as he's overseas on an Inside the Ropes tour. Jericho is expected to be back next week. Okay. So yeah, it's just storyline. It's just storyline because Eddie Kingston and Ruby Soho are friends. It's the whole Jericho thing. So now we're probably going to have a match in the couple of weeks with Ruby Soho and Ty Conti. Yeah. It was probably taped earlier today, the Hager Claudio segment. I think a lot of those segments with Shivani in the back are taped prior to the show, day of. I don't think those are live. Yes, he did because they're not AEW is not afraid uh, to talk about the past of the wrestlers. They're not afraid to do that. So, um, it was refreshing to see, and I really hope that they do talk about more detail the history that those guys have, that they actually were a team for for the better part of a year. He said hard. Sorry. But yeah, Hager referenced, hey, I was a world champion. You haven't been. Lest we forget, Jack Swagger actually was the WWE champion at one point in time. Hard to believe, isn't it? But it's true. It's damn true. Yes, exactly, Michael. They're just doing their job to entertain. They're entertainers. They're athletic entertainers, but they're entertainers nonetheless. All right. Man, if they brought Dirty Dutch Mantel back, that would be awesome. That really would be awesome. You know what? I need to figure out when. I think he's on. No, he's not on until Friday night. He is on with True Heel Heat Friday nights after Rampage, I believe. I'll have to send a message to SP3 from True Heel Heat to find out if he's going to be on. I think that would be kind of cool to bring that up with him. Like, hey, what are the chances we could get you in for a one-off in AEW to be, the special guest timekeeper or the outside enforcer for this match? That would be cool. He's not too. No, he's not too old to ref. He's too old to wrestle. He's not too old to ref. I think it would be cool. I'd like to hear what he has to say about the whole situation. So, all right, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I got to get a couple of things done before I head to bed tonight. So, Regal will definitely be on commentary. Regal will definitely be on commentary for that. Wait, well, who's in WWE with a mobility scooter? Dutch Mantel? That's possible. All right. As far as tomorrow, I'm not sure what time I'm going to be on tomorrow because I'm going to see Thor: Love and Thunder on opening night tomorrow night. We have a 9:15 showing to go to, so I am obviously not going to do a show after that. I will probably do a short one before we head out. And depending, if there's any big news tomorrow, I mean, there hasn't been a ton of big news recently in wrestling, but if anything big happens during the day, I will most certainly jump on during the day and do something if there's anything big. I've got the funny feeling very soon we're going to be seeing some releases from NXT coming. I'm hoping it doesn't happen anytime soon, but I got this funny feeling that we're going to see it soon. Yeah, Titus O'Neil, he is an ambassador for the WWE. Yeah, we'll talk about that tomorrow. Death Before Dishonor is starting to take shape right now, which is exciting me. I still have to figure out, first of all, I don't know. I got to look on Bleacher Report and see how much they're charging for that one. I want to order it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. But I did say that about Double or Nothing. I did say that about Forbidden Door and was able to pull it off. So we'll figure it out. That will probably be the next prediction stream will be for Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor. I believe it'll be available on Fight TV in the UK. Here in the US, it's going to be on Bleacher Report. So, all right, I'm going to get out of here, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in. Remember, let's stay positive out there, not just with wrestlers, but just in general. Blake, you're going to have to remind us as it gets closer so you can so we can wish you a happy birthday. All right. All right. That's all I got for tonight. Have a great night, everybody. TikTok, it's great to be back with you. I feel bad for my friends on Instagram. I'm working out the technology on that where I can be on 5 channels at once, not just 4. Trying to figure out if there's other channels I could get on too. I'm not going to do Twitter live just because people can't comment. So, all right, that's all for tonight. Thank you very much for tuning in. Have a great night. We will see you tomorrow for WrestleScope Live 128. Too many end broadcast buttons to hit.